Hello, good people. My name is Sally Williams, and I used to be a slave. I'm a legend now, thanks to the publication of my story. I was born in North Carolina, and I grew up working in the rice fields. I don't know what you know about that kind of labor, but it's the hardest thing there is. You spend your days sloshing around in the mud, dodging mosquitoes and alligators and rice birds and snakes. In fact, just down the road from where I live, a snake strangled a baby when his mother left him alone. But my children didn't have to worry about that because any time I went in the fields, I took them with me. I had Isaac on my back, and I had little David in my bosom, and I worked in those rice fields with my children. They were so close, they could hear my heartbeat. But I wasn't just a slave. There was a spark in me that nobody could take away. And so I managed to get myself hired out to an owner who said I could do anything I wanted with my time. I didn't have to work in the rice fields. All I had to do was make enough money to give him $6 a month. And so I accepted that challenge. I transformed my home into what, well, today I guess you would call it a coffee house. I served coffee and gingerbread and home-brewed beer. And boy, you talk about making money. I was an overnight success. People came from far and near to sample my wares, and they must have liked it because the next day they'd be right back there again. I made so much money I was able to hire a young girl to help me out around the house. Think about that. But my neighbors got jealous. They thought I was living way too high for an enslaved person. There were even rumors circulating that, hey, that I'd bought furniture and had it shipped here all the way from Europe. So finally they pressured my owner into knocking me down a peg or two. Actually, he knocked me all the way down. He sold me to an Alabama slave driver, and I was stripped of my coffee house, my family, and all the people I held dear, and shipped to the deep, deep South. That was pretty near the end of me for a while, especially since my owner had told me there was no God, no deliverance, no help for me. But I recovered, and the thing that kept me going was, first of all, I did believe there was a God, and secondly, I believed in my children, especially my elder son, Isaac, who told me before I left he would never forget me and that one day he would come and rescue me. This was the same Isaac I carried on my back. This was the Isaac that I'd managed to get somebody to teach him to read. And he became a big man while I was enslaved and enduring all kinds of troubles. He got an education, he became a minister, and he found me. It took him more than 20 years, and he had to piece together information all over the country. But eventually, when I was 69 years old, Isaac found me, bought me out of slavery, and brought me to his home in Detroit. That's all the story I'm going to tell you. If you want to know some more, you need to read this new book called Freedom by Any Means by DeRamus. It tells my story, and it tells a whole bunch of other stories about people just as unusual as I am. People who were enslaved in body, but not in spirit. People who managed to, as the old folks used to say, make a way out of no way. And I sure hope you'll read it, because I'd like to get to know you even better.